This is a family residence where this happened behind me overnight at around 2 a.m. There's 7 people that were in the home at the time, 2 adults, 2 adult children, and then 3 juveniles. The latest GPS mapping puts the fire around 820 acres, 0% containment. Quick update for you here at the Canyon Meadows subdivision. I'm right outside the area, and just a few minutes ago, I don't know if you could see over here over top of this ridge, we did see a hot spot. We saw some flames. I know you have a theory on how this fire all started
with fireworks.
And you said the fireworks were going off at what time?
10:30.
We all know that using your cell phone, talking on your cell phone, texting is not safe while you're driving. It takes me a little while just to dig down to the ground. So that shows you, when you look at the roadways, how much work the UDOT crews have really been doing. They've been working around the clock, and you can tell that it's significantly different when you get off the highway, where we have been showcasing throughout the early morning hours. Here, if you could check it out on the ground, I mean, there's some snow and ice coverage. Good morning from 11,000 feet, and what I can tell you is it's cold, Grant. It's really, really cold up here. It has to be about 20 degrees. Andrew, 2 suspects are in custody. In fact, they're actually at the hospital at this point in critical condition.
Brittany, tell us what happened. Was anyone home at the time when these men broke in?
Yes, this is a family residence, and the home is right here behind me. There's 7 people, police believe, that live there, 2 adults, 2 grown children that are over the age of 18, and then a few juveniles. This happened around 2 a.m., around 1800 West in West Valley City. A few men broke into the home. There was a home invasion. A few of the older children, the 18 and over children, were assaulted at some point. They did not get taken into the hospital, though, so apparently the injuries weren't very severe. Obviously, this was very scary for the family. Detectives are on the scene right now at this point, interviewing family members, trying to piece together exactly what happened. Police don't know much at this point. They do believe this was a targeted location, but they're not sure if the victims and the assailants actually knew each other. This is all still developing early this morning. Of course, we'll have much more on this story as it continues. Police are currently looking for at least 3 to 4 suspects at this point. There is 1 in custody, so they are interviewing that person at this point. Back to you.
Brittany Copeland there live in West Valley City. We'll keep you posted on that breaking news.
Donnie, we're all thinking the best and hoping the best for you this morning. What I'm being told is that fire officials are going to come back here to West Elementary at around 7 a.m., give everyone another update on what's happening, if they can go back to their homes, if their homes are okay. They did come in this morning and let people know, the ones that have destroyed homes. They did tell them that. I've talked to a few individuals that are going through that process. The Red Cross is assisting them. And speaking of the Red Cross and donations, they are asking for any help from the public. So if you have bottles of water or food or anything you'd like to bring down here to West Elementary, you can drop it off, and they will gladly accept any of those items this morning. Back to you.
Yeah, my goodness, you feel for Donnie.
We're going to go to news specialist Brittany Copeland, who's in the Breaking News Center with the very latest on this crash.
Lori, this map should give you a better perspective of what happened. The plane left Paris at 11:09 p.m. local time, traveled in this direction south over towards Egypt, where they're thinking it crashed in the Mediterranean Sea. They're also looking for any debris near a Greek island in this vicinity, still trying to piece together exactly what happened. Now let's go live to a press conference that's happening in Cairo at this hour as Egyptian officials are giving us the latest information. They say this could be a terrorist attack or mechanical failure, but at this point, it's just too early to tell what happened to the missing plane. Here's what we know at this hour. The aircraft was carrying 56 passengers and 10 crew members. The plane lost contact with ground control at 2:45 a.m. within 10 miles of Egyptian airspace. The last known altitude was at 37,000 feet. The AP is reporting that the flight made abrupt turns and suddenly lost altitude before vanishing from radar. Obviously, this is developing, and we'll stay with the latest on this story all throughout the day. Good morning from 11,000 feet, and what I can tell you is it's cold, Grant. It's really, really cold up here. It has to be about 20 degrees. As for the snow, it's hard to tell exactly what the snow covering is up here because of all the snow drifts, but I'm going to give you an example with my trusty ruler, and let's see what we're looking at. 14 inches up here in certain areas. Again, the snow drifts, it's hard to really judge, but it's considerably heavier. You can tell that there's a lot more snow up here on the top, and the snow is such a great condition for skiing. I know we're still a pretty far away from the actual start of the ski season. November 21st is where things open up here at Snowbird, but if you check out the snow itself, look at this powder. I mean, this puts you in the spirit of things. This really gets everybody in the ski mood. I certainly am almost there. I'd like to go sledding or something. I didn't bring a sled. I don't know what's wrong with me. But this also makes some good snowballs. Maybe I'll bring some back to the station and start pummeling you guys. Grant, you're first.
Awesome. That is it. Yes.
Where are you exactly, Brittany?
Lori, we've now moved to the secondary roadways. We're here along Foothill Drive, and you can tell that it's significantly different when you get off the highway, where we have been showcasing throughout the early morning hours. Here, if you could check it out on the ground, I mean, there's some snow and ice coverage. I know that concern this morning is black ice and the ice, and you could tell right here on the secondary roads it will be a problem this morning, at least until they get some salt on the roadways. Cars are moving along fairly well. Not many issues at this point. Obviously, everyone's slowing down and just taking their time, the cars that are out here. I will tell you, we did try to drive up a little bit on I-80 towards Park City. We were going northbound, and the speed limit had dropped to 40 miles per hour. And then on the flip side, when we went back down the canyon, Parley's Canyon, the speed limit had dropped to 35 miles per hour. So obviously, they just want to make sure speed limit-wise you're not going too fast because of these icy conditions this morning. Lori?